Alrighty then, how are you guys doing today? This is Ghoul, and I'm going to be casting a show match today between two 1F Academy players. Players today are going to be Hype. Alrighty then, how are you guys doing today? This is Ghoul, Exiled, and I'm going to be casting a show match today between two 1F Academy players. Players today are going to be Hype. Sorry about that. A little bit of overlay. But anyway, both players are going to be Zerg. And we're going to go ahead and just get right into it. It's best of 5. The vetoes have been Infernal Pools and Vani Research Station. And we are going to be starting off map 1 with Coda. So it looks like both players are ready. And let's just not delay and get right into it. We'll go game 1. This best of 5 show match. Really excited to see this ZVZ. I've played against both Exiled and Hype personally. Both great play, but I don't think I've actually seen them face each other. If I have, it's been a while. I do know that Exiled most of the time favors aggression, not too much on super heavy macroing, and I do also know that Hype is the same way, so we'll see what we get. But spawning in the top left corner for the 1F Academy, playing as Zerg, green, is Hype. Try and get a little fancy, nothing too crazy. Okay, and then over here in the bottom right corner, we have the purple Zerg also playing for 1F Academy. He is Exiled. Okay, you know how it usually is beginning of the game, just kind of macroing up. It seems like that Hype has decided to take his Overlord a little bit before Exiled. Nothing really big of a difference. Or I might, yep, there it is, the extractor trick. Model quick extra 2 supply early in the game. You know, it comes at a cost, I believe, of like 12 minerals or something combined, so I take 12 minerals for 2 supply early game as a Zerg. Okay. Do see, however, though, with the earlier Overlord from Hype, he is able to blast out 3 drones a little quicker, but that's not a problem for Corey, because he's just getting right into the spawning pool. Overlords aren't going to really see each other. It's not a big deal, it's pretty standard. We'll see where their Overlord spots. I do see, like, a lot of the times things like that will be good spots to stop. It's kind of like nothing can get directly underneath it, but we'll see where they go. And it seems like Hype is definitely waiting. I'm gonna guess he's going hatch for. Yep, there it is. He's gonna go ahead and get his hatchery. And the question is, how many drones after the hatch will he make? Will be how greedy. Sometimes you're supposed to go right into the spawning pool. That way, you can get it quicker for defense. Let's see if he makes any more drones before getting that spawning pool. Corey going ahead and taking a gas, getting his spawning pool up. If he decides to go into very heavy aggression and he doesn't get the spawning pool, he gets a couple up. Okay, so Hype went ahead and got 0 drones before the spawning pool, but just droning right up after that. At this rate, Exiled is going to go ahead and spot this expansion building, which is going to give him the green light, knowing that some kind of aggression play could really, really be good. Hype is going to fly right over the natural of Exiled, and he's going to spot no expansion. So he's got to be thinking some kind of aggression is on his front door pretty soon. Let's see, 4 lings, going to have a total of 7 lings. There's ling speed. Queen is out for Corey, and that's going to be huge because that extra injector 2 he gets before Hype gets his queen out will be the difference of like 6 to 12 Zerglings, 6 drones, and it seems that Hype has put a a spine crawler down after seeing that there's been aggression. Let's see if he'll get one at the expansion, because that's definitely going to be the primary target. Let's see, check it. It's pretty much identical. I mean, slightly favoring Hype. Exiled's pulled off his gas. But as you can see, though, what could be a difference? I guess the biggest difference right now is the gas. Let's see. I suppose the second hatchery could tie up the larva, because even though he has the injects, he's now got 2 hatcheries producing larva. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to scout this. He's going to know his expansion's on the way. And where did those lings go? Well, he's just keeping them in the back of his base, trying to hide them. Failing nest goes down then for Exiled. And then there's also a Roachborn going down for Hype, so let's see how this plays out. He's just going to go for some kind of banning timing, or if he's just getting ready for whatever comes his way. He does have his lings in a very peculiar spot, you know, no scouting really going on. They're not at the front, defending his natural, almost though he's trying to hide them. And, you know, with this Overlord poking in, he actually is doing a good job. Let's see where the Overlord goes from here. He does got the banning nest, though, which is a big find. Supply slightly favoring hype, nothing too crazy right now. It's still pretty close. 23 to 16 worker supply is going to start running away. You can see the income is starting to heavily favor hype. Let's see. Oh, and looks like we've got a movement out. Let's just keep lings, and then there's no the banning morph. It's pretty good. It's exciting to see them set up. Now he does leave the lings away from the banelings as though to scout, see what's ahead. He pokes in, he sees the natural, he gets us around on the queen, the spine. Oh, those are egos. There's one spine up. He's got a great block over there from the evolution chamber. So is he going to wrap around? He's just going to simply go for it. It looks like they're going to just be doing a little bit of hot potato with the back and forth of the ling action. The banelings coming in though are definitely going to call for this micro, that ling hot potato kind of play. And let's see, these lings are going to push. Oh, those spines are going to force the guy to force an explosion. Doesn't get a great connection at all, and it looks like this could be pushed back, and he blows up on the natural trying to commit to it, but he doesn't think he can, so he's just trying to run around, and I think Corey's going to get cleaned up here. He is. Wow, that did not go well. If you look at the units lost, though, it was pretty close. With only one worker being killed, not the end of the world. Yeah, and I guess with those, forcing of those buildings kind of closened up the difference between the worker count, and hype did not press the issue and attack back. Looks like supplies being completely tied. Oh, they were tied, not anymore. Oh, excuse me. Hype does have a favored army supply right now, but Corey is taking the income. It's very close. And let's see, we've got missile attack coming out with roaches for hype, and it looks like Corey is just gonna, excuse me, Exiled is former alias was Corey. Exiled is going to be coming out with just this constant aggression. He wants to get something done in the early game. He might just get that great melee connection, and if he does, maybe just go for the natural. If he can come in, he's going to get a great connection. You see someone. He's forced out. It's back and forth, back and forth. Another great pop on the expansion. Oh, those are great connections right there. He's keeping the queen. He's yourself. He's going to get that queen. But with those roaches there, he's definitely going to push out those. Third base taken for either player yet, but it does seem like Corey droning up like a madman. 11 drones at a second gas. However, is this the right time? He's pushed with hype having 4 roaches, missile attack, and roach speed. The lair is complete. Still no tech from Exiled with his first Evo chamber up, though. He's a little behind in the upgrades. But that gamble of getting 11 workers could really make breaks. 29 to 20 workers right now. Huh. We'll have to see where that goes. Is that a second Evo? No, it's the first Evo chamber. These guys are just kind of hanging out and see each other. The roaches making their way across the battlefield. I'm not sure if Corey has an answer for this. He's got 2 spines on the way, but he's gotta hope that those can hold. Unfortunately, no roach speed has been finished yet, so it's going to take another second or two. I still don't think those are going to come up in time. The lings flooding in too. He's got... I just don't know how Corey's going to hold. He's got his lings. Oh, and there's the engagement. He's got to try and get a good surround. There's so many of them. I don't know if he's able to do it. They're going to have to get the good surround. He's got a good concave. I just don't know. I think it's going to be at least enough as well. Besides, it's going to be able to push out hype. He's not going to be able to stay. He's saying he's going to commit to it, which I'm not sure is what he do with 10 more lanes on the way. He's going to hype himself, he's going to reinforce with 14 lanes, and he got the queen, which is a great pickup. But like I said, I just don't think he can stay. If he does, he's going to lose units. And is he going to go for surround? He's going to go for it. He's not going to get it. Well, I guess he does just say he's going to try and kill as many lings as possible and sacrifice it, but with more lings coming in, it could pressure these Evo chambers. The one got denied, and these more lings are flooding it in. 24 lings in the way for Corey. And with this right here, he's going to do some heavy damage with Dress. He's going to have to pull him back. This is fine. Oh, and these lings coming out for Corey is great on time. And these lings is a bright idea. He needs these to clean up this massive swarm that Hype's brought in. But still, though, he could do massive damage. He could get that queen, or even some massive amount of drones here. Let's see what this he can get. None, actually, as Corey cleans him up really impressively. Let's see how the army supplies are doing. It actually slightly favors hype as well as the worker supply. Income also in favor, but Corey has a better bank, so let's see what he does. Not crazy amount. Both staying on 2 bases, no thirds are being taken. Gonna go for those 2 other evos. Is he getting 4 evos? I think I saw him do this in a show match against me. He gets multiple evos and he uses them kind of like a Terran-esque wall off. I believe they're pretty cheap. They're not very expensive, so I don't see it being horrible of an idea actually. I think it's pretty smart, especially when there's a flood of links coming in. So either way, level 2 missiles coming up for hype with another Evo chamber. Probably going to start going into getting 2 upgrades at once. I think he's just going to stay on Roach Hydra, but there's no other tech choice claimed. As we see that Corey is also on hype, he's going for the melee armor 1-1 simultaneously, while a decent run up behind it. Supply is starting to really turn in favor of hype. Let's see if Exiled can do something to catch back up. Neuro on the way from hype. Now is he just going to wait for this level 2 upgrade to come out and just try to do a 2-1 timing attack? Excuse me, a 2-0 timing attack. Not entirely sure. With supply block on both sides actually, which is pretty rare. Income slightly going in favor of hype. Seems like the game is kind of slowed down. Well, as I say that, I eat my words, as there is a sport killing the Overlord, and there is hype starting moving out with that scouted thing. Excuse me, circling there. He's going to see that it's on the way indeed. And it looks like he's trying to get another scout out there to see what is really going on. Does he see? Oh, he's definitely spots it now. He knows exactly what's going on. As the units from Hypes flood in, he gets in position to complete the block off, and he comes out aggressively. And right there, puts everything at choke point. And those failings, if he runs in that choke point, those failings could just tear up those roaches. And he pushes them back. I guess Court's trying to stand. He's got to be very careful with those failings. He cannot lose those. As he comes in the choke, he gets the spine down. His failings are not getting the hit he wants. He's going to have to do something with those failings. No failings, but Aspire is on the way. Anytime what's happening, 10 links are on the way. And number 2 never completed, but it seems like everything, of course, is gone. 18 more links are on the way as they pop out. We're up at 10. I just don't know what the cost this is going to be for Corey. Hellhole. And then, as I correct before, is going to be Roach Hydra, as the Hydralist 10 is complete. Is Pipe splitting his army, or is that just the Sniper? Because it's around, does it surround on these roaches? No, it is not, as he does get, oh, there's a summon, a couple of them, but still, it's too many, and I just don't think it's going to be enough. What is Corey going to do? 2 Evo chambers now gone, those Broodlings are helping push back, another good use for them. Another spine goes down, 4 Hydras? How many Hydras have put him up to? Puts him up to 10 Hydralists, and when these things get to Corey's base with 2-0, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of the game, and unfortunately, with Exiled going for Mutalis, not the best tech choice against Hydralis, but sometimes that's just how it goes. Now, with the first 3rd base taken for the match, Hype could take an economic advantage. Because he does have an economy lead by 8 workers. He's already got the lead, but he's just going to solidify it with the 3rd base. Why not? You know, as Artosis says, when you're ahead, get more ahead. And it looks like that he is going to get the speed upgrade for the Hydralist. He's getting his level 1 armor. His 3rd, more roaches behind this. 6 Butas on the way though. That's not bad. He picked off an Overlord. I heard the little squeaking. Let's see, is he gonna see this moving out? He's only got vision right here, this Overlord. And he takes this El Naga tower. Actually, Hype Scouting is pretty good, I must say. One thing's coming out though. Ultimately, some spores for, I guess, maybe he must have saw the mutas and he's getting a couple of spores on his drones. This is, I think, going to be the moment. These Hydras, I'm telling you, man, I think they're just going to do the job, especially with 114 to 81 supply. This is just going to be heavy. As the attack engages, and it looks like the mutas are going straight for those Hydras. He knows the Phalanx and the Roach is just tanking them, and the Hydras and the mutas just going to town on each other, and it looks like Exiled is going to have to back up. He's got nothing really left. Don't see what he's going to do here. As far as holding this off, it's just too much Zerg here for 68 points supply. I think for our first show match game, we're going to be seeing Hype take the game. As the expansion does go down, and Boys are being pulled back to the main, and there's just nothing really left here. 5 more mutas are on the way, but I don't see what it's going to do with the 3rd base just coming up. An infestation pit, 6 more Hydralisks. He doesn't even have to press the issue. He can just sit back, macro up. Oh, and pushing in here like this is definitely a gamble. He is going to get a couple of Hydralisks off guard. And actually, with no more Hydralisks in this composition, if he chases, he might get a couple of roach kills. And decides not to. The level 1 armor finishing, and it looks like Corey is. Oh, I thought that was him taking a third. It was him replenishing his natural. Spores going down. The third, protect from Muta Harass. And long distance mining, this is killing Corey's economy. As you can see, it's just really not going his way. He's going to have to think of something sneaky. Now, I have seen him come back before from big pickles, and especially with this signature trick, the Baneling Bomb. What he'll do is the same technique that Scarlet did against Bomber, where he burrows massive amounts of Banelings at a choke point or ramp, and as soon as an army's over them, he'll detonate them all. Unfortunately, with these mutas coming out with these spores here to defend and this army moving out, Corey knows he's going to have to turn around. And I think getting this, it's not going to do anything. He's just going to come in here, he's going to retake the natural, he's going to kill all these workers, he's going to push right up in the main. I think we're going to be seeing a GG here very soon. As a proxy hatchery goes down, Corey is trying to do something sneaky, but I just don't know if it's going to work. We're watching the worker count just fly up, all those spores thrown, slaughtered. Group Spine's coming in to get the extra range of the Hydralisk, 6 overlords, and really I'm not sure. Oh, and even with that being scouted by the Zerglings, there's really not a whole lot left. These mutas are trying to put some pressure on, force him back, but really, this much of an army, he's the one calling the shots. Unfortunately, this is going to be game. Or he's just trying to kill as many overlords, you know. Hype now is going to make his way to that final hatchery. Finish things off. He does leave a couple units to defend up these buildings. It's going to force a straight defeat from Corey. He's getting a lot of damage on these drones, but obviously it is a mute point as Hype is your game 1 winner of this best of 5 show match.